What's up, everybody? Today is Saturday, February 14th, which means it is Valentine's Day. Some of you guys are going to be running around just full of love and passion and butterflies in your stomach, whereas others are going to be running around with anger and hatred and can't stand Valentine's Day for one reason or another. One thing is for sure, though, is that candy companies will be changing the shape and colors of pretty much everything they make. Granted, it doesn't change the flavor of any of it, but it looks like a heart now, or it has more pink involved, or more, dark pink. And this might actually make some people really, really angry and want to watch bloody Valentine's Day movies. But in this list, guys, today I'm going to be talking about more happy Valentine's Day movies. This is movies, in my opinion, that are good for couples that want to mix it up a little bit. And number one on my list is The Ugly Truth. I like this movie. I know Rotten Tomatoes did not like it and they gave it a very bad score, but I was a big fan of this movie. I think this movie has a nice mix. I like the comedy from Gerard Butler and kind of the raunchiness that he brings to the film. And I think Catherine was a great team up with him. She brings more of the passion and the cutesiness to it. Very good, typical, rom-com, if you will. Next one on the list is You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan from '98. I think this one's really cool. It was nice to see things back from 1998 and '99, like the old AOL sign-in and all that. I thought that was really neat. Rotten Tomatoes definitely liked this one a lot more. They gave it a 69%, and I get it. I mean, Tom Hanks is great. Who doesn't like Tom Hanks? And I think this was really cool. It had some comedy in it, but this was definitely more of the classic rom-com, if you will, because they nothing raunchy, nothing over the top, just some lighthearted comedy, and it was a story of two people who met online, and when they meet in person, they don't like each other as much because they're opposite ends of the business spectrum, and they end up falling in love like most of these kind of movies. But definitely a cool movie, especially if you are into less raunchy style of Valentine's Day movies. Next one's one that I've actually never seen before. I just watched it this year, and it's called Crazy Stupid Love. I like Steve Carell, I like Ryan Gosling, I like Emma Stone and all of them. I think it's a great cast. So I decided with this type of cast, I'm gonna check this movie out, see if it's any good. And you know what? It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 80%, and I can see why. I mean, like I said, good cast, good acting. Story. Steve Carell, older man, gets a divorce, and he's kind of just trying to get back into the swing of it. Pretty much just a quick, wrap up there. But yeah, this one was a pretty good one too. I'd definitely check this one out. Next on the list is Employee of the Month. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Dane Cook. I've noticed something when I've seen these Rotten Tomato scores. They don't like any of his movies. 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that's kind of unfair. This was definitely a good movie. It was a good movie to the point where they even made a spin-off type show that was on, I think it was NBC, and that was even pretty good. So give this one a chance. Employee of the Month, Dane Cook trying to win the heart of Jessica Simpson, who is the new hire, and they work in a grocery store. And for anyone who's actually worked in a grocery store before, you will totally relate to this movie. I think it's a good movie. I think it got a bad rap, and I think it's unfair. Give this movie a chance. And the next one on the list is Good Luck Chuck. I don't think this movie's that terrible either. I don't think it's as good as Employee of the Month, but I think it's pretty cool. You got Dane Cook, you got Jessica Alba, and he's kind of almost like the rebound that girls use him, and then they end up finding the ones they love. I didn't think this was a terrible movie. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 5, man. It was so bad. I could not believe that they gave it that bad of a score. Is it a 5? I don't think so. Maybe I just like terrible movies. I don't know. But once again, I didn't think this was that bad. Give it a chance. Maybe you'll like it. Next on the list is My Best Friend's Girl. I absolutely loved this movie. This is another one where Dane Cook again, and I understand he's bad at whatever you might not like about him, but he does such a good job playing the asshole character, and he did so good in this movie. This movie's raunchy. This movie's funny. This movie, it's kind of about true love, I guess, if you want to, but you can definitely squeeze this one into the Valentine's Day thing, especially if you have that friend or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever that is into raunchy comedy. I really liked this one. I think this one is probably my favorite one on this entire list. I think this one is 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. No way, man. I think this movie is way too good for that. But that is just my opinion. This movie had me laughing pretty hard. But anyway, guys, this is it. That's it for me. 6 movies for Valentine's Day. And, of course, the honorable mentions are the 2 horror ones in the front, just in case you just need to get that feel of horror films. Even though it's Valentine's Day and it's about love, you don't care. You want to see people get slaughtered and destroyed. Well, the 2 that I put in the beginning are pretty solid Valentine's Day movies as well, or Valentine's Day horror movies. So for those of you that need that fixed, I recommend those 2. So technically altogether, 8 movies for Valentine's Day. there's got to be something on this list that you or your partner will enjoy. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.